Hello, Transformers fans. Today I do not have an upgrade for you. What I do have though is I've been on YouTube for the last, like 4 days, and there is a certain movie masterpiece figure, the MPM-06 Ironhide. I keep seeing people, when they're doing the reviews, saying that there's no locking in point for the shoulders. I do have mine, and I don't know whether this is by accident or by design. But yeah, my shoulders are actually locked in, and I can show you how the two ways I actually got them to lock in place. Like I said, I don't know if this is like a fix by accident or if this was a way to do it by design. By happy coincidence, I was just moving this thing about, and as you notice, these parts of his shoulders, which are the front of the truck hood and front of the truck, the grill, the headlights, and all that. I have them at an angle that kind of represent the way they look on the box. So, which is another reason why I'm happy to say that I don't know if this is by accident or by design. But the way I have it, you can move the arms front and back, you can bend the elbow, and the shoulder is not loose. And it's not until you go to really move it out that it becomes unlocked. And I can show you how, because when you're going to be constantly moving in and out like that, yeah, that's when it's going to happen. And this is how I guess you can say, might have accidentally come across this. Which is why I'm saying I don't know if it's by accident or design. Okay, so we all know that there's these two tabs right here where the front wheels tab into in vehicle mode. I had the front up like this. I was trying to see what was going what on this side, and oh yep, that side ended up coming undone apparently, because it's actually moving around a little bit. But if you actually hold this up at this angle right here and you actually push in, I don't know if you actually saw that, but or even heard it, but it kind of thoops into place. It's more evident on this side than on this side. This side is a little bit softer. But as you can see, they're locked in. So, if you do want to move them side to side, I do suggest holding the tire in order to accomplish that. But I do have him in his cocked back position, and if you do notice, I do have his windows in the position that actually looks a little bit more movie accurate in my book, because his cannons were always like on the outside of his forearms, not the side of his forearms, or underneath the bottom of his forearms. So I actually keep them right there on the sides of his forearms, because to me that looks a little bit more movie accurate. And the second way that I happen to have noticed that the lock-in actually helps is seeing as these window pieces actually have a little slider joint on their own right here in the bicep area. I just slide them over up out of the way, and that actually helps keep it in position too. And, you know, I mean, if you want to complete this look, you know, you just have to, you know, position the lower half of him into that specific position. For some reason, it just doesn't want to stay up. Okay. Now, if you keep these up at that angle, jeez, why doesn't it want to stay there right now? I mean, it's still locked in, but for some reason, it just doesn't want to stay up at that higher angle. I mean, you can kind of tell on camera, but it does sort of limit the head movement a little bit. But if you lift it up, you do get more movement out of it. So, which is okay. And you know, I have his mouth open where he's like, "Oh, yeah, come and get it," you know. And I have noticed that this piece, this tab right here, into this faux grill is supposed to clip in. On my copy, you can see right there. Yeah, it's pushed all the way in, and it doesn't really like staying in position, and it definitely does not clip in on my copy. So I don't know. So I might just be fortunate where this could be a lucky mistake, and this is the way my copy happens to be able to do what it does, but doesn't have the little clip-in point for the faux grill. I can't really say for sure. So, I mean, yeah. By accident or by design. Alright, so, my next video is going to be the alt mode transformations for the SND-04 Primo Ex Mortis. Unfortunately, it will end up being parts forming. That is the only way I can show it, because I cannot find his combiner crotch plate in order to show it off the right way. So you'll be seeing it the only way I can actually show it to you. And whatever that is going to end up being. And the video I have for you after that will be an upgrade video, and you will have to wait until the that new second one after that in order to find out what it is. But the SND alt mode video is probably going to be up in a couple of days, maybe 3 days. whenever I have time to actually take care of that. So until then, thanks for watching.